Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the civil war taking place inside the former state of Ethiopia. And what we're looking at today in terms of military activity that is continuing, we're still very much focused on the battles and engagements that are taking place to the east and within the vicinity of Shiraro and towards Shire. We do understand the Abiy loyalist forces and those forces of the despotic regime of Eritrea continue to try to press its attack towards Shire. Apparently, they have made some headway. Again, not much, but some in their endeavors to eventually make their way towards Shire, while at the same time continuing to press their attack in the direction of south of Rama, ultimately with the goal of seizing control of Axum and Adwa. Again, as I talked about the previous day, yesterday, that if the Eritrean army is successfully able to take control of Shire and is then able to move along the B30 highway, at the same time pressing its attack from north to south towards Axum, it's going to create great pressure on the Tigrayan Defense Forces. But as we speak, as we continue to analyze the situation, it does appear that the Eritrean army continues to suffer massive losses in manpower and equipment as it tries to progress ultimately past Adidaro and then towards Shire. We had again suspected that, given the terrain, that this would probably be a major route of advance for the Eritrean army. But again, in the past 24 hours, the Eritrean military, supported by Abiy loyalist commando divisions that have been redeployed into Eritrea, have not made much headway, especially in what we would call a western or west central Tigray. Furthermore, again, in the east, north of Adigrat, within the Zalambasa area of operations, it's really a no-go for the Eritrean military at this point. It looks like the Tigrayan Defense Force defensive belt that has been established in the northeast quadrant of the theater of operation is holding firm, and the Eritrean military is not able to progress. The only areas right now that we are seeing any sort of headway by the Eritrean army, and we're going to continue to monitor this day by day, is what is happening within the vicinity of Adidaro, probably just to the northwest of Adidaro, and then obviously the only town that may have been captured, again, information's very difficult, but it does appear that the Eritrean military is at least inside of Shiraro and has occupied, at least temporarily, Shiraro. And again, if you look at the terrain, it's terrain well suited for the mechanization, the tanks that the Eritrean military possesses. And again, we suspect that would probably occur with an all-out invasion by the Eritrean military. But the Tigrayan Defense Forces continue to conduct very tenacious resistance operations against those forces operating within the vicinity of Shiraro. But again, ultimately, this conflict, in terms of any success by the Eritrean military, is going to come after what happens after, if in fact they are eventually able to seize control of Shire. And that has not happened yet. The Eritrean military is probably 20 kilometers northwest of Shire at this point, and they continue to use drones and tactical strike aircraft to hit towns and cities across the Tigray region. And that we continue to see strikes in Adidaro, and that tells us that they have not gained positive control. I mean, the Eritrean military, has not gained control fully of Adidaro. But again, we're going to keep our eye on what is happening there. We're going to continue to watch what is happening in the southeast as well. It really looks like, in terms of if you look at the war in total, you have obviously what would be the southern front for Tigray that shares the border with the Amhara region. Much of the fighting is taking place within the vicinity of Shiraro and northwest of Shire. We're also watching very closely for some possible operations in the southwest as well. The Tigrayan Defense Forces still control Adidarke, and at the same time, we do know that Amhara regional forces, Abiy loyalist forces, continue to build up in this area, and at the same time further to the southwest. But given the state of affairs of the Abiy loyalist forces, given what is continuing to happen in the Oromia region with the Oromo Liberation Army, which is also causing the Abiy loyalist forces to maintain a sizable force footprint in Oromia, and then at the same time there continues to be issues along the border with Somalia as well. So the fragmented state of Ethiopia, of what you could call now the former state of Ethiopia, continues to struggle with this dire war that the Abiy Ahmed regime has launched against the Tigray region, and ultimately it has fragmented Ethiopia, and again, that is why I call it the former state of Ethiopia, given the fragmentation that has occurred and continues to occur. But that's where we sit right now. Again, we are watching very, very closely what is happening northwest of Shire, and obviously as we get more information, we will absolutely report it. Thanks again for joining us. More to come soon. Have a good day.